Hi guys, this is Zilla back again, and I've got another video. This time I'm starting a versus phone type videos because I get a lot of requests for them. And one question a lot of people have been asking me: Pixel XL or iPhone 7 Plus? I cannot answer that for you, but I will give you the facts in this video right now. So let's get started. First of all, let's talk about price. Both are very expensive devices. Both are overpriced in my opinion. Again, it's my opinion. I use both of them as my daily driver, so I'm talking about two different lines. The iPhone 7 Plus comes in 32, 128 or 256 gigs. And the Pixel XL comes in 32 gigs or 128 gigs. 820 pounds roughly for the 128 gig version, and iPhone 7 Plus similar price. So both expensive, both overpriced, both are tied in that respect. Okay, so that's a tie. Next, let's talk about build quality and the actual what the phones look like. So off that for a minute. Let's start off with the Pixel XL. The top third is a glass. There's no camera hump. The rest of it's all metal. Nice chamfers here, nice and rounded. Very, very nice feel in the hand. It's thinner at the bottom and thicker at the top. The reason for that is it's very balanced to hold in the hand. It's beautiful to hold in the hand. Very, very comfortable. It never feels like it's going to tip when you're using it. It never does. Very nicely done. That's one reason why I've done this sort of wedge shape. And also it makes sure there's no camera hump on the back of the phone. Now, the iPhone 7 Plus, I'm not going to take out the case. You've all seen it a million times what it looks like. It's a design Apple haven't changed for years, so you know what you're getting. There is a camera hump, but to be fair, it's got dual cameras, and because the device is thinner than the Pixel XL, it has to have that bump. It's all aluminium design, the whole body. Now, personally for me, if I drop this, worst you're going to do is crack the camera lens. You drop the Pixel XL on its back, you're going to crack this glass and potentially the glass over the camera and the flash, and it's good night Vienna if that happens. This is much slipperier, much more slippery to hold than the Pixel XL, and it feels heavy. I don't know why. They're about the same size and everything. They're not much different in size. But, you know, it's just to give you my opinion, guys. So they're both not extraordinary looking devices. I've never heard anyone say, wow, the Pixel XL is beautiful. I've never heard that. The only things people ever say is that's ugly, or they say I don't mind the design. That's the usual. iPhone 7 Plus, everyone always says, God, Apple needs to change up. So it's a tie in looks. It's subjective, it's what you prefer. Obviously you've got the mute switch or vibration switch there, which Pixel XL doesn't have. So it's a tie there. Talking about build quality, let's talk about this as well real quick. The Pixel XL's got IP67, I believe it's IP67, I'm sure it's not 68. Water and dust resistance, the Pixel XL doesn't. That's not important to me because I don't get either phone wet, but it's all dependent on whether you need that feature. That's something to consider. If you work outdoors a lot, on a beach, with animals, kids, something where you're going to have water spilt on the phone, it's nice to have peace of mind. But bear in mind, all phones that are classed as waterproof, they're not really. They're water resistant up to a certain depth and so on. And if you damage them with water, it's not covered under warranty. Read the small print, guys. It's fact. So build quality, it's a tie. In my opinion, both nicely built devices, high quality materials. But I do notice the iPhone 7 Plus finishing on the matte black gets scratched easier than the finish on the Pixel XL. So that's something to consider. Let's talk about fingerprint sensors. Now, I'll tell you what I notice about these. This one's on the back, this is on the front. What I notice is when this one gets dirty, it's not as consistent as the iPhone 7 Plus fingerprint sensor. This is more consistent and it's more accurate most of the time. This is close, it's not far behind, but it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as good when it gets dirty at the back. But you have got this pull down feature here. You can pull this down and swipe it back up. So they're as fast as each other, but when this gets dirty, it starts to lag a little bit. Whereas the iPhone 7 Plus, it doesn't have that issue. So for fingerprint sensor, this has got that drag down feature. This is more consistent. So decide what's more important for you guys. Next, let's talk about screens. I know you iPhone guys out there are going to say, oh, it's not about screen and blah blah. Listen, I'll get to operating system in a bit. Just give me a chance. 1080p 5.5 IPS, 5.5 inch AMOLED 2K resolution. Colors are more natural on the iPhone screen. These are very AMOLED-y. The blacks are a lot blacker. It's more efficient in terms of the way the screen runs. But then a 1080p screen will use less battery. So it's a toss up there. It's probably one of the best 1080p screens out there. Both are lovely screens, but on specs alone, the Pixel XL wins that one. Now, let's talk about speakers. Dual speaker, one down here and one up here on the iPhone 7 Plus. Single speaker down here. Problem there is, the way Google have placed this speaker here, most people use the phone like that. And it's very easy with the case on to block that up. You see that? Which is an irritation, and you have to use the phone this way, which feels, I know it sounds weird, but it feels unnatural. Without a case, it's not too bad actually. So speaker wise, I would say this is a slightly better quality, like a more richer sound, but I have to give the win to the iPhone 7 Plus dual stereo speakers. So that's a win for the iPhone 7 Plus. Now let's talk about headphone quality. No headphone jack, it's been done to death. I'm not going to get into whys and whatever. If you want to plug a pair of headphones into this, you need this silly thing, which you can lose quite easily. The Pixel XL still got the 3.5mm headphone jack on the top. Now, sound quality via headphones. Apple don't invest in the aptX technology and stuff like that when it comes to Bluetooth, because they don't want to pay the license fees. And so for Bluetooth headphones, the Pixel XL wins. It's better sound quality, more richer quality. And for plug-in headphones, you plug them in, again the Pixel XL wins, because you don't need a silly adapter. That's neither here nor there. You can buy headphones which are built for the port directly, so that's not really the case. But and it's not me saying this, other people have tested this on YouTube. This gives you slightly less quality sound. It's under 16-bit sound quality, so it's less quality than the iPhone 6, believe it or not. So speakers are better on the iPhone 7 Plus. Pixel XL, Bluetooth and plug-in headphones sound much better. That's just fact. Let's talk about camera. Camera, I'm just going to call it a tie. I know you've seen videos saying, "Ooh, this is the best thing, DxO Mark and all this rubbish." Don't believe everything you read, guys. It's a toss-up. Both have got great cameras. Both have got video recording. This is EIS, video recording, so electronic image stabilization. This is OIS, which is optical image stabilization. 99% of people out there, you're not going to notice the difference in quality between the two cameras or the videos. So there are differences, but it's what you prefer. So you can look at other videos, they've done tests, and decide for yourself what you prefer. So it's a tie between the cameras. This is probably better point and shoot. In fact, no, I'm not even going to say that. They're both good. Excellent, both cameras. You're not going to be disappointed. Next, let's talk about battery. 2,900 milliamp hours. 3,400 milliamp hours, I believe, off the top of my head. Quick charge 3.0, slow charge. This 0 to 100% charging takes 2 hours 10 minutes. The iPhone 7 Plus, my God, in this day and age is slow. 3.5 hours to charge the battery from 0 to 100%, which is unacceptable. Neither have got wireless charging, but, and this is a big but, the iPhone 7 Plus is much better in battery performance than the Pixel XL in standby and screen on time. A lot of you are going to go, well, that's a 1080p screen, blah blah. Listen, this is how the phones came. I'm just giving you the facts. This is a battery beast. It outlasts the Pixel XL. Pixel XL is a very good battery. I get at least 7 hours screen on time. iPhone 7 Plus will beat that, and it will have a longer standby time. So, you know, make your decisions. If the battery's important, that's what you need to think about as well. Yeah, sorry guys, I had to take a phone call. I wanted to say as well, talk about the #1 primary thing about a mobile phone real quick, is the call quality and reception. Now, hands down, the Pixel XL wins it. I use both phones on the same network with 2 different SIM cards, and in the same area. This gives me full reception. This gives me 4 out of 5 reception. At my mum's house, where most phones only give me 1 bar of reception or possibly none, the Pixel XL will give me 3 bars of reception without issue, and it's the only phone that does it. Call quality is great on both, but definitely reception on the Pixel XL is much better than the iPhone 7 Plus. I think it's with the design of how they've put the antennas on the iPhone 7 Plus. Plus, the wireless modems used in different iPhones differ depending on which region you're in. So they've got 2 types, Apple. They've got one that's not as good as the other. So if you're in Europe, the UK, we've got the worst version of the wireless modem. If you're in the States, you've got the better version. I don't know why that is. It's just one of those things. So I thought I'd throw that in the mix real quick. Now next, let's talk about performance and apps. This is a much faster device. Not fast, much faster, but it is faster. And this is smoother. So you can make up your mind on what you prefer. What I find is, I turn to my iPhone 7 Plus when it comes to work. And when it comes to leisure, I turn to the Pixel XL. I'll tell you why. I like my music, so I prefer better sound for my headphones. And I watch a lot of YouTube and video content, so I prefer the screen on the Pixel XL for that. But when it comes to work, because of the battery on the iPhone 7 Plus and the way it integrates beautifully with the iPad and the MacBooks and so on, it's a champ when it comes to work-related stuff. When it comes to apps, both have got millions of apps, but don't believe everything you read about all the apps are best on iPhones. It's not the case, guys. Google have caught up in a lot of ways, but it depends on the apps you use. So, for example, Facebook and Twitter is much better, in my opinion, on the iPhone 7 Plus. But Google Plus stinks on the iPhone 7 Plus. It's much better on the Pixel XL. Yes, I know it is a Google app, but I'm just letting you know how it is. It's fact. So it's a toss-up. It depends on what apps you use as to which phone will give you better performance in those apps. Also, another thing you need to consider. People who've had iPhones for years, they've invested a lot in that ecosystem. So you've put in hundreds or thousands of pounds and dollars into music, videos, films, etc., and very difficult to port them over. Now, with the Pixel XL, you've got all the Google apps available in the Apple App Store, which I can show you right here. Here's some of the Google apps. So I've got Google Maps, Google Drive, Google Keep, Translate, etc. So going from this to the iPhone, very easy. I've got Google Photos in here as well. So I don't lose all the investment I've put into the Google ecosystem. But with the iPhone 7 Plus, you do lose a lot because their apps, nearly all their apps are not available in the Play Store on the Pixel XL. So that's another thing to consider, guys. If I were you, I would probably go with using Spotify as your music service, which is what I tend to do because it works across all platforms. Things like that, like Amazon Movies, Netflix, they work across devices. So therefore, you don't have to invest so much into that. The Apple storage is extortionate, in my opinion. With Google Pixel XL, you get unlimited free storage for all your photos and videos at high resolution. Meaning, if you film something in 4K for an hour, it will upload to the cloud 4K 1 hour footage, no problem. Where you only get 5 gigs, I believe, free with Apple, which is outrageous. You pay so much for the device, and then they want to strangle you more for the storage. So if you do a lot of photography, a lot of photographs, because neither of these have got expandable storage, remember that. Pixel XL, because you can upload everything in the quality is shot at for free. You don't pay for that storage. That's another thing to consider, guys. So for me, let's be realistic here. Oh, let's talk about accessories. iPhone 7 Plus kills it. No other phone gets as many accessories as an iPhone does. That's just fact. So if you're an accessory lover like me, iPhone 7's the way to go. Pixel XL, there's not that many. You got Google Home, Chromecast, stuff like that. Google are trying to catch up now. But with the iPhone 7 Plus, you've got Apple TV, you've got iPads that sync beautifully with this, you've got MacBooks that sync beautifully with this. So across platform, it works very, very well. That's why I say for work related stuff, the iPhone 7 Plus is the way to go. Whereas the Pixel XL, for me, leisure is the way to go. Both are great devices. Also, you've got to think about features. Now, things like that touch, force touch, whatever you want to call it, both have their own versions of it. It's not something I particularly use on either device. Obviously, Pixel XL's got widgets and so on. There are some on the iPhone 7 Plus, but it's not proper widgets. You know what I mean? They're on the side column here. And you have to swipe up from the bottom to bring up your player and stuff like that, which is not the same thing. The Pixel XL has a split screen mode, so you can be running 2 apps at the same time. So, for example, I can be talking to people on the Tech Talk group on Telegram and watching a YouTube video at the same time, or shopping and doing whatever. Well, you can't do that on the iPhone 7 Plus, which is a feature I wish Apple would put in, but they just don't do it. It would be a lovely feature, but you know. So if that's an important thing for you, Pixel XL. And obviously you can do a lot more tinkering with this. You can change the skins on it, you can change the layout of your icons, as you can see. You can change the layout of your folders, where this grid thing is very old-fashioned now. Apple have been doing it for a very, very long time. Jay Will, Perry, you guys know what I'm talking about. They've got iPhones, they use them for about a week, and then they put them to the side, and they don't really use them that much from then on. Whereas Pixel XL, you can always tinker with it, you can put different things on it, live wallpaper, stuff like that, with ease. Whereas you have to jailbreak the iPhone to do that, so it's more complicated if you're not into that sort of thing with the iPhone. So that's an advantage for the Pixel XL. That has more features than the iPhone 7 Plus. So I think that pretty much sums it up, guys. What from the facts I've told you, you decide what you need, what you want to buy. It's not about what I think's better. It's whatever works for you. I've just given you the facts in one video between the two devices, the major facts. As I said, for me, iPhone 7 Plus all day long for work, related purposes, and professional work. And for leisure, Pixel XL all the way. What do you guys think? I don't want any fighting. I don't want war in my comments below. This is not what this video is about. I'm not being biased. I bought both with my own money. I'm just giving you the facts, guys, to make up your own minds what you prefer. If you've got any questions, by all means, hit me up in the comments. I'll answer anything you want me to answer. But do not fight in my comments. This is not a war. It's nothing like that. I think I've been pretty fair. Anything you'd like to know, just ask me down below. Anything I missed out, let me know as well. My next versus video is going to be this beast, the Honor Note 8 versus the Xiaomi Mi Mix. Both phones are phablets. This is a 6.6-inch screen. This is a 6.4-inch screen. I've been asked by a lot of people to do a versus video on these two as well. So that's my next one coming up. Anything you want me to compare to other phones, give me a shout in the comments. If I've got that device, I'll do a comparison. So I've got an LG V20. Would you like to see me do a triple threat across the three there? I've got the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe. I've got the Lee Pro 3. Do you want me to compare these to these devices? I've got an S7 Edge. I've got HTC 10. How are this and the S7 Edge, the HTC 10 and the S7 Edge comparing to these latest flagships? You know, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to do it. Give me suggestions, guys. So definitely subscribe to my channel. I'll leave a link right there in that circle. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments. And as I said, keep it polite, guys, because I have kids watching these videos as well as adults. You know, it's not polite to be rude to each other. They're just phones at the end of the day. Respect each other. And this is Zilla saying have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.